Hi guys, happy Friday. Welcome to my Facebook Live for my well-suited monthly card class. This is my monthly class that I provide for free. Those that place an order with me of $40 or more using my hostess code get a kit in the mail. And if you didn't get a kit in the mail, you're welcome to join us and just watch me make the cards. And maybe you have the supplies, you can make them at home. So if you're joining, say hello so I know who's on. If you're new, if you've never joined before, tell me where you're from. And we'll give a few minutes for people to join. Let's see, what else? So this class, I always host at the end of the month. It's not necessarily always on the same day. So I was hosting it on Saturdays. However, now I'm doing my in-person class on Saturdays, so I had to switch to move this to Fridays. So it's kind of flexible. So those that got the kit, your kit should look like this, and every month I put a sheet in here that looks like this. And so it lets you know what the bundle is that this kit features, and it lets you know when our Facebook Live will be. Also, if you're a frequent shopper of mine, if you place an order once a month, after 5 consecutive months of ordering, you'll get, I'll reward you with a $15 shopping spree. So all you need to do is keep track of the dates of your orders in these little stars. And then when you fill them all up, just write on here what you'd like to order with your $15 and send this back to me, and I'll get that ordered for you. So, hi Katie, thanks for joining. Okay, so this month it features the well-suited bundle, and so you've probably seen this bundle used because it's been around since January. So this is the stamp set is handsomely suited, and then it has coordinating dies. I really love this stamp set because if you don't have the die cutting machine or you just can't afford to get both, this set is it's really easy to fussy cut these out, these images. So if you don't have the dies, you can still get some really good, it's really simple to cut these out, so you can make some really cute cards. The dies are a lot of fun if you have those. So I'll be sharing, after I demonstrate the cards today, I'll be sharing some samples that I have with this as well. Okay. So a little bit of housekeeping. This is the current hostess code that I have open right now. It runs from April 20th through May 15th. Anyone that uses this hostess code to place an order with me, if it's $40 or more, you will get next month's kit. And the kit next month features the art gallery bundle. Okay, so you don't have to do anything. You just go online, place your order. If it's over $40, I'll know, and I will automatically send you your kit to the address that you have, that you enter when you place your order. So this is my current hostess code. What else? I'll post some links to this post after the live when I post the recording. So I'll have links with the hostess code to order. I do have a big class coming up. It's a class to go. It features it's a retreat, and it features 2 of the new stamp sets from the new catalog. So I'll have a link for that as well. Hi Lori, thanks for joining. Okay, so our cards today, feel free to improvise. If you don't have what I'm using, if you don't have the same particular colors, you can always just use black. If you don't have the stamp set, you're welcome to use a similar set that you have at home. Really all you need to stamp, these are the cards. We're going to make one similar to this one and then duplicating this one. You just need some sentiments, so you could do happy birthday, anything. So That's what we're going to be working on. And then I am going to draw for a prize. I will pick a random winner from the comments to win a 6x6 package of the Well Suited Designer Series paper. This is the paper that I'm featuring with this kit. It goes with the suite. So be sure to comment a lot. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions, if I don't see them while I'm live, I always go back and read them, so I'll answer it afterwards if I don't catch it live. So I want to draw a winner for that at the end. Okay, so let's get started. I have my ink pads. Here's, if you got the kit, this is what it looks like. So you can open it and just pull everything out. And again, if you you might want to keep this because if you find that you're ordering kind of regularly from me, you might want to try to order once a month so that you can get these filled up and get some free product. Okay. So in my kits, we always make 2 of each card, and I do that because I find people, if they love the card, they want to keep it and they don't want to give it away. So this way, if you make 2, you have 1 to keep and 1 to give away. And if you're not a keeper of cards, you feel free to do 2 different ways if you want. Okay. So the first one, let's do this gray one first. Okay. I will show you how I do 2 cards at a time. I do it kind of like assembly line. So rather than doing 1 card at a time, which would take twice as long, I do everything at the same time. So the base of this card is gray. So I'm going to use the Smoky Slate ink pad. If you don't have this one, black or even the navy would be fine because there's navy in the Designer Series paper. Okay, feel free if you want to use the other side of the Designer Series paper. These are your cards, so make them your own. You'll also have 2 different colors of the Well Suited twine combo pack. So I give you 1 of each. And this matches the suite as well. Okay, so we have our block. In your kit, I've already done the die cutting for you. So the nice thing about getting the kit is if you don't have a die cutting machine, you're able to get some of these items that I can die cut. I just can't stamp for you. So this one I'm going to do, have a happy Father's Day. And I think you can see, I like to line my block up with my grid on here, and that helps me get my stamp on there straight. So I don't have to worry about the words being crooked. And so we're going to ink that up and stamp in the center of each of these. Okay. And let's see her. Okay. So then to assemble this card, we'll put these to the side. And we are going to layer the Designer Series paper on these 2 pieces of white cardstock. Like so. And then we're going to wrap our twine around. And the twine on this one is just wrapped around. It's not tied or anything. So what you could do is put some glue dots or just a little bit of adhesive on the back to hold it. So I'm just going to put it on there like so, and then wrap it around a couple times. Okay. And then like so. And you can trim it up if you need to. Okay. Those two pieces. So now we'll take our bases and fold them in half along the score line. Take our bone folder and run it along so we can get a nice crisp edge. You'll notice this helps your card to stay flat as well when it's sitting down flat. It lays flatter. Okay, and then we're going to turn these, and so then you have this second piece of gray, and these I just embossed with the Tasteful Texture embossing folder. Now, if you got the kit at home, they're not embossed. You'll have to emboss your own, or if you don't have an embossing machine, it looks just fine leaving it plain. Okay, but I do like how if you do have an embossing folder, I would encourage you to use it because it creates a little bit of a contrast between the base. Okay, so we'll adhere this down. Okay, and then these will go next. Tape runner's messing up. That's going to keep doing it. Okay, and then that goes in the center. Make sure it's straight. And then we're going to put dimensionals on these to pop them up and adhere them to our card. So the nice thing about these cards, they're quick and easy. If you needed to make several of them, if you sell your cards, these would be great cards to duplicate. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So then we'll put this down, and that is our card. Now, if you wanted to add a little more embellishment, you could. We have the new, well, I guess they're not real new now, but the black matte dots. Those would look good on this card if you wanted to dress it up a little more. But I find with masculine cards, if you don't want to do too much, because then they get away from being too masculine. So, but so these are our first set of cards. So, quick and easy. So tell me what you think. Don't forget to comment. I'll be drawing a winner for this designer series paper at the end. And our next card starts with the white bases here. And you'll need to be a little careful because you have some die cut pieces in here. So this one I just have one, so I'm just going to demonstrate on one card. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. I thought I cut two, but that's okay. Just need me to show you one. Okay. So for this one, you have your base of the white, you have your Night of Navy layer, and then your designer series paper. You should have two ties that are die cut. You'll need one for each card. This is the knot that goes at the top. of the tie. And then you have these two shapes. These are the nested label shapes. These are retiring, so after May 3rd, these will be gone for good. So if you haven't gotten them and you love them, you should get them soon. Again, feel free to use either side of the paper that you want, but I'm going to use the same side as this, and this color doesn't really pop, so I'm going to use this one. Okay, so let's start with our base on this one. We're going to fold this in half, and so like I was saying, if you just run your fingers over it, it kind of stays open. See how the card just kind of pops up? It's not quite flat, but if you score it, it stays down perfectly. So that's the nice thing about having a bone folder. Okay. All right. So for this one, we'll put this aside. Let's do our stamping. So this one, I'm going to use the same stamp, and I'm going to use the Night of Navy this time. And I'm going to stamp it here. And this would be perfectly fine if you wanted to leave it like that, if you needed a Father's Day card. But I am going to make it, I want to do birthday. Okay. So I'm going to take this other stamp that has the birthday on it. And I didn't include a piece of white scrap paper, but I think most of you, if you placed an order, I'm pretty sure you have white scrap paper at home. Okay. And so you could leave it like this, be just fine, or use another sentiment, or you could just stamp it with the happy birthday. But I like how this fits perfectly in the label. And I want it to be a birthday card, not a Father's Day. So I'm going to take this one that says a happy birthday to you. And then we are going to take a marker. So this is the Poppy Parade. This is the same color as this designer series paper. I always encourage you to go to the back of the designer series paper, and they have all of the colors listed on here. And so if you're not sure what colors to use, I always say start with your designer series paper and then pull in from there. So this has your colors on the back that are in the paper, so it will help you figure out what colors of cardstock you should use and what colors of ink. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to take my marker and hold it to, I'm going to use the painted brush end, and I'm just coloring the birthday, nothing else. If you get it on the other ones, it's okay because we're going to cut it. I'm just doing the birthday, and then I'm going to stamp that on my scrap paper down here. Just like so. And then what we're going to do is I keep a pair of like kitchen scissors in my craft room, and I like these because they are long and I can make one big cut. And so I'm just going to cut a strip of this out and make one big cut. If I do one big cut, it stays straight. Okay, so come in here right at the edge and then just do one big cut. And then it's more likely to be straight. Okay. And so this is going to cover that up. So I didn't leave enough room. So let's do this again. Okay. I didn't leave enough room on this end of the birthday, so it won't quite cover the whole strip there. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to stamp more in the middle of my cardstock. And then will come in just like this. Okay. And then I'm just going to cut off a little here till I know how much I need to cut off on the ends. So then we can layer this over the Father's Day. So that it says, have a happy birthday, handsome. Okay. So I'm going to cut this off over here. And right about there. And that looks like it's going to work. And I'm going to pop it up just a little bit so that it, they won't necessarily know that I'm covering something up. It'll look like I did that on another sheet of paper because I wanted to pop it up. So, and I'm going to use the little dimensionals, and I'm actually going to use, I don't know if you're aware, but Stampin' Up! Has, you can get a package of black dimensionals. And these are nice if you're using a darker color of cardstock, or in this case, I want to kind of hide those words. I don't want you to be able to see them. So I'm going to use the darker dimensionals, and I'm using the little ones. Okay. And then put that down like that. And then if you wanted to, you could trim up the ends. So I might go in like this along the lines of this, of the die. So there's our sentiment. Okay, and then we're ready to assemble our card. Okay. So we'll take the Knight of Navy and adhere it to our base. And then our designer series paper. And then your shape that's like this is flat. Again, I embossed it with the Timeless Texture embossing folder again. And I'm going to lay this one flat. And I am going to kind of bring it over here. I don't want to quite put it in the center because I don't, if that's the look you're going for, that you want like half and half, then that would be perfect. But I'm not. I actually didn't have enough designer series paper to give everyone a full sheet. So that's why you just did half. So by moving this over, it doesn't look, it looks intentional, which it is. However, had I had the choice, I would have covered the whole thing, but I didn't have enough paper. So, and then we're going to put dimensionals on the tie. And I'm just going to go ahead and use my black ones again. And I'm going to use the mini ones kind of up by the neck of the tie. And then I'll use regular down below. If I can find them. Oh, here they are. Okay. Whoop. That we'll do black one up here. And then I'm kind of lining it up with the bottom of this pennant, so it's kind of like a shirt. Okay. And then this has a dimensional, and this is just a little knot, and it goes up here. Just like so. Make sure it's straight. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of my words as well. So if you're just joining us, say hello. We're just finishing our second card here with the well-suited bundle. Okay, and then I'm going to have this go. I'm going to have it kind of going over the tie. I want to leave some of this edge over here, so it's going to go just like that. And there's our other card. Okay. So leave a comment. I'm going to be drawing from the comments. I'll pick a random winner to win some Designer Series paper. This is a 6x6 pack of the well-suited Designer Series paper. That goes with this suite. So these were the cards we made. And then I have a couple more samples to share with you all using the same suite. So I have them right here. So the first one is a St. Patrick's theme. So we're past St. Patrick's Day, but I thought this was clever. My downline Ember Avia made this one. Super cute. I think it was a great way to think outside of the box. So there's that one. Here's another one. And this one they just stamped the bow ties on the Designer Series paper and then die cut it out and then use the Designer Series paper in the background. And this one is by Leslie Bumgarner. Here's another one. This one uses the, I can't think of the name, but it's the black and white Designer Series paper that's in the Occasions catalog right now. And this one was made by Jamie Albanese. Here's another one. And this is using this label punch. And then a stamp set that's it's in the Occasions catalog, but it doesn't necessarily go with the set. So that's another thing you can do, is you can just get the Designer Series paper and maybe the twine and use a stamp set that you already have. This one was made by Greta Leonard. Here's another one. So on this one, it's kind of hard to see, but they actually stamped the bow tie like in a row in the background in Night of Navy, on the Night of Navy cardstock, and then punched. They actually fussy cut this out and then adhered it to the card. And this one was made by Barb Mulligan. Here's another one. This one uses all of the dies and the Designer Series paper that's in the catalog to make the whole suit. And this is by Mary Dunham. And then this last one kind of shows how if you think outside the box. This is my card. And I made a little Minnie Mouse by using the bow tie and the circle punches, which are going away. And then I did use some of the Designer Series paper by using the polka dots, and then I used the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder. And I believe that's retiring as well. So, okay, so those are my cards. And that's all I have to share with you all today. Again, if you'd like to place an order, I'll pull down my hostess code real quick. This is the current hostess code. It runs through May 15th. If you spend $40 or more, I'll send you a card kit to make 4 cards for my class next month. And that one is going to feature the art gallery bundle. And here's a sample. This isn't the card we're making, but it's a sample using that bundle, just so you can get an idea. And again, if you did get this kit, if you place pretty frequent orders, be sure to keep this and keep track of your orders. And that way, if you get 5 consecutive months, you can send it to me and I'll give you a $15 shopping spree. Okay? So I am going to go back and draw a winner from the comments. So Our winner for today is Lori Moorhead. So Lori, you win the 6x6 Designer Series paper. So congratulations. Thank you to everyone that joined today live. If you're watching the recording, please feel free to leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought. And share the video. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, you know how to reach out to me. Otherwise, have a great Friday and a wonderful weekend to follow. Thanks, guys. Bye.